Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Carly and Convo. And we are joined by the lovely Thomas Skinner. How are you today, Thomas?
I'm good, Carly. How are you?
I'm good. Better speaking to you. I'm sure we're gonna have a great chat. So most of you watching will know from arguably one of the only liked people from The Apprentice. Not saying that rudely, but I think you are, aren't you? You're well loved, I think, and that doesn't normally go down too well. That's when people. How are you today, then?
I'm really well. I'm busy just at the office grafting, but I'm all good.
Busy,
How are you today, Carly? You all good?
I'm good. This highlight of the day. This having a little
Is
chat with you. That's all good. I told my brother who I was speaking to. He went, "Oh, he's hilarious. He's a legend." So he's the Apprentice, but he knows who you are. So,
Lovely, jubbly.
Yeah, lovely. So what have you been up to since probably we've seen you on the show? I know, baby, business booming. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's been mad. So last 2 years have been double hectic. Obviously, first things first. Got engaged to Sinead. We had a baby, little Henry, baby Henry. He's 14 months now.
So cute.
Yeah, brilliant. We moved to Brentwood in Essex. The business has gone colossal since Apprentice. Like, it's gone mad. So busy doing my beds at Bosch Beds and my pillows and everything, and done a bit of TV, done Celebrity Master Chef, got to the semi-finals, can't even cook. I don't know how that happened. And been on 8 out of 10. It's just been a whirlwind. It's just been absolutely non-stop.
Oh, have you been having fun though? That's the main thing.
We
All
only
been good.
have fun, Carly. You know,
Yeah.
we don't mess about.
We're talking to you because The Apprentice is back. I think I've seen 2 episodes. Week 2, week 3 is coming up in a couple of days.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the show, this series? What are you thinking?
It's fantastic. You know, it's what I got this. Like, firstly, obviously, I was on the show myself. It changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. And I'm just so excited for the new candidates this year. Like, they don't know what's about to happen. It's going to go mad for them. All their business is going to be obviously in the public eye. They're going to be approached. It's going to be great for them, and I'm just doubly excited. And I've been loving the new show as well.
Is anyone standing out so far as who could be like top dog?
Yeah, I think that Catherine, she was the PM on the girls in the first week. She looks like a standout girl, to be fair. Yeah. She's going to do well. Listen, it's so early on at the minute, you can't really tell. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we have seen them split boys and girls so far, and the girls have stolen the title both times. Do you think the girls are looking like stronger players compared to the boys?
I do think this year the girls are a lot stronger. I think the boys have had an absolute mare. I mean, first week, their logo, well, it looked like a turd, didn't it? Yeah. And then the second week, they made a toothbrush, and well, that looked like a turd. So hopefully, week 3, they don't do anything looking like a turd.
The second week come, and me and my dad watched it. We went, they ain't done it again, have they? Someone's got an obsession going on.
I know.
Do you think who Harry went? I think the first week, and then it was Connor. Were they both the right people to go? Do you think?
I felt a little bit sorry for Harry on the first week, because obviously, like, he was trying to change, like, and make it for the better, and obviously he got the boot. And then the second week, that Connor, he seemed like he had half a brain on him. He seemed really sensible, and I actually felt a bit sorry for him, because he could have gone somewhere. When I first watched it, I thought he'd be one in the final 5, but obviously, like, you never. That's the thing with the show. Like, anyone, like, when I was on it, I lost every single task, and I got the one before the final 5. I don't know how that happened, but.
Well, yeah, twists and turns, and you don't know what to expect, I guess, but that's all part of the fun. The people you think probably going to do really well, as you said, they're out.
Yeah,
I like spotting an underdog, though, so we'll see what's in store. What is it like, though, meeting Lord Sugar? I don't know if you was as intimidated, because I think I watched some interviews with you, and you warmed him up straight away, so he probably wasn't as scary as he is to most.
Do you know what? Obviously, like, I've seen your Apprentice in the past, and knew Lord Sugar was like, and I've always looked up to Lord Sugar. He's a geezer, isn't he? Like, look what he's done. He's a billionaire. He's got a fantastic business. Like, he's the man. And I didn't know what he'd be like. Obviously, I know from watching your Apprentice in the past, he's a scary man. But when I went in that boardroom, I got on well. I was lucky. I got on well with him. But I cannot, like, so I had a bit of banter with him, had a chat with him, and he was all right to me. But if he didn't like you, you'd know about it.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Didn't he say, are you like a donut or something? Because you said you were jammy. He's always really like straight away.
Well, you're a donut, aren't you? Because I'm jammy, mate.
I think it's lucky with you, like, you can have that banter and bring it, whereas some people, they're quite uptight and they struggle to sort of let go.
Yeah,
So you had an edge there.
I've been a market trader since I was a little boy, so thinking on my feet and talking is what I've always done. So that I don't struggle with talking to people and having a laugh. But he can be scary, but he's a good man. And obviously what he's done for me is phenomenal.
Yeah, of course. We've got a question from Stephen. Hi, Thomas. How are you finding this year's Apprentice candidates? Who is your favourite so far?
Right, so two of the girls at the minute. You got Catherine and you got Sophie. At the minute, they're my two favourites.
Two favourites. Are they possibly the two potential winners then?
I think they're the strongest I've seen at the moment.
Yeah, cool. And then how was it been on the receiving end of the classic You're Fired? I know you got a lot nicer one. I've watched it lately, and yours was sound. I mean, I'd take that. But how was it been on the receiving end?
I was gutted. Obviously, you go on that show because you want to win it, didn't you? You don't want to not win. And but I knew. Listen, everyone on my series had a proper business in place, had more education than what I had, were done better in the show, and I knew my time was up. You know, I was on thin ice the whole way through. Like how I even got on The Apprentice, I don't know. I'll blag me whole way through life, and when I was on it, when he fired me, I knew it was coming because obviously I ballsed it up again, and it was just it was the words that he said today. They've stuck with me, and like he actually said, he went to me, Tom, like if I was I was getting, I'll probably get it wrong, but he went, if I was at war and I was in the trenches, I'd want you by my side, not no one else, you. And that meant a lot to me. And he said, but you have lost every task and you're fired.
That was still one of the nicest deliveries from him I've ever seen. They're brutal, some of them. So you got a compliment. So that must have been still like a bit like, you can leave with your head held high, I guess, compared to some of them.
It's good.
What advice would you have for this bunch that are now sort of battling
I think first bit of advice is like, now, there's millions of people watching that show. So promote your business online. Like when the show's on, stick it on your Instagram, stick it on your Twitter, talk about it because people know who you are now. And if you want to build your business, it's exactly what I've done. Like when I was on the show, we went from doing a couple of pillars every week to thousands every single week. And I really used the show as a platform to push myself higher. And the one bit of advice I give all them guys in there is really push your business because whether you've won or you haven't won, it's still a massive platform and it will better you, your life and your business, and make sure you run with it and use it because you don't get these opportunities that much. And to be on something that big is phenomenal. So you really got to push your business and show everyone out there what you're made of. Whether you won it or whether you ain't won it, it doesn't matter. You still got through the process and become a candidate on The Apprentice, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Did you definitely do that when you were on there then? Is that
honestly, like it I can't explain to you, Carly, how mad it's been since then. Like now, we're the fastest growing beverage in the UK. There ain't no one we started with a little container and one little van. Now we're nationwide, we're online, we supply shops, we supply hotels, we've got vans going all over the country. It's brilliant. It's all off the back of The Apprentice.
Oh, that's good. Is Lord Sugar a customer?
Lord Sugar is a customer. He's a friend of mine as well. I do talk to Lord Sugar a little bit here and there. I've got him on the old WhatsApp, sending him a couple of funny jokes and that. Listen, he always replies, always takes time out of his day to speak to me, and he's a legend.
I was going to say, have you heard from him? But you've got your own WhatsApp chat going on. That's cool, that is. Could you tell us anything surprising about the whole Apprentice setup, like the process, or when you're filming that, like maybe
what people don't realise is so when you watch a show, the show's only 1 hour long. But that one task takes 3 days to film, and it's a long, grueling task. Like you get up at 4 a.m, it's true. When that phone rings you have got only 20 minutes to get ready, right? But I'll give you the secret: is what happens the night before. The production team will go, listen, guys, the phone's going to ring at 4:30 a.m, so you need to be downstairs by 10 to 5. Yeah. So people would set their alarms 15, 20 minutes before the phone call and start getting ready beforehand. So they was already ready because you get yourself ready, you get downstairs, and then what happens is once you're downstairs, they mic you up. You have to wait until the cameras are in line. Then you do a walkout shots, walk into the cars. But it is true, you have got 20 minutes to get downstairs.
I don't know. That's quite early start as well.
Listen, I'm a market trader. I've been up crack of dawn my whole life. But
you're used to it then.
I don't really sleep with it, but some of them were proper struggling. I was going, come on, get up, shaking them about. Come on, get out of bed, let's go.
I would have left him. That's your competition. See you later.
Just gone, no one's rung a shit, mate.
I watched your interview with James English on YouTube the other day, and you said that they got you to line up in ugly order.
Yeah. That was for so before you go on to The Apprentice, what happens? You go through like the interview stages, and you get to like the final bits, and you sort of like they pick a load of people from London, a load of people from Ireland, a load of people from Manchester, and you're in this room, and they literally go, right, you're all in, you don't know who they are, and they go line up from ugliest to prettiest, and you don't even know who's people are. And there's people arguing down here, and who's the prettiest, and it is carnage.
Oh, that would be absolutely awful. I bet some of them love it. As you said, they'd be arguing, but that would be my worst nightmare. I think you just put yourself down the bottom just to save any aggro. But
so I just went straight down the old ugly end. I thought, sod that, I know. But there was girls and fellas literally arguing, going, "Well, I'm much better looking than you." I thought, "What are you doing?" Like,
that is tragic. But imagine being a producer, you would be wetting yourself behind the scenes.
Of course, yeah.
That would be great. And then did they get you to sign an NDA, like that you said, and you ended up breaking it and telling people, then your friend told everyone you were in prison, and then that was a
no. So what happened was, so you had to sign an NDA. So when you film the show, right, you're obviously away for weeks and weeks because you live in that house. They take your phone off you. You don't watch the news. So you have no contact with outside world apart from one phone call for 5 minutes a week. So you don't know what's going on, and you've got to sign an NDA to tell people, say, listen, like whatever you're doing, you cannot tell people you're going to The Apprentice, right? Well, half of my pals, all up to no good, don't even know what The Apprentice is, yeah? So I told a couple of them, I said, listen, I'm going away, I'm going to go and film that Apprentice. They're going, shut up, Tom, as if you're going to go and film that Apprentice. You ain't going on there. And my mate, Big Lanks, told everyone down the pub that I got nicked and I've been put to jail. And when I come back from filming The Apprentice, I went to a barbecue. My mate just started giving me money. Going, oh, well done. I said, I've been on The Apprentice. I've been filming. They're going, shut up, Tom. So when it come on the telly, they was like gobsmacked. I actually was.
Oh, yeah, there you are. There you are. Did you ever get in trouble for telling any more people, or did they not?
No, because do you know what I mean? Yeah. You probably would have, but none of my mates going to put it on social media.
Phone call doesn't seem anywhere near. Oh wait, what? So they don't? You're not allowed to TV. You're not allowed. Are you allowed to go out at all? Have you got
nothing? You are in. So if you're not in the house, like during the night time, you're out doing a task. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you can't do anything else.
That's quite heavy, especially living with people like you either don't know, you now don't like because you're in task and you're in competition. That people would probably get on my nerves, and I would definitely get on people's nerves.
I really enjoyed it. I loved every single second of being on it. Like, I loved it, absolutely loved it. But there was people in there that they found it hard, obviously being away from your family. Like, my missus said it was the biggest touch ever because she had nothing to clear up for a few weeks, nothing, no egg, like not trying to find me down the pub in the evening. She was like, it was lovely. I knew where you was.
Were you allowed any like parties or anything going on, or was it all
no
like
parties? No, nothing at all.
What, they put you on a band? Could you have a drink?
You had a couple of drinks, like so when you went to the boardroom and you was waiting to find out who was coming back and who weren't. You was allowed a glass of champagne. Obviously, I'd nick the old champagne, have a couple more, but that was all you could do.
That's quite restrictive then. That's quite on you.
It was like a detox for me.
Well, I did hear that you went on a certain plane journey and that wasn't as detox.
I did have a few bottles of red wine whilst everyone slept.
Were you allowed to do that, or was that just someone you made friends with on the team that let you?
Everyone went to sleep because we went to fly to South Africa, and the first task is in the old what's it called, like the safari out in South Africa. So sorry, that's a complete lie. The first task is to sell tickets for the safari. Well, we've done a night flight from Heathrow going to South Africa to Cape Town. I am the worst flyer. I've hardly got on a plane in my life. Cannot fly, scared of flying, do not like it. So I've got on there. Everyone's gone, boom, straight, because they've got a big day tomorrow. Everyone's get your sleep. It's a 12-hour flight, whatever it was. Go and sleep, get your nuts down. Well, I'm sitting there shaking, scared of the flying. As the old British Airways trolley comes past, I'm dumped, chawed a bottle of wine, bang, and I've got half cut on the
And didn't you have to do a task like straight away?
Literally landed had to do a task, and I was hanging. I was like, oh, what have I done? I've had no sleep. I had a few bottles of red.
Did anyone else know? Because my face.
Well, I think it was. Do you know what? I look all right on a hangover, but I don't think they know. No.
Watching back, could you definitely tell? Could your missus tell as well that you weren't weren't your best.
Oh, listen, I still sold the most tickets. I still sold the most tickets on an hangover. No problem at all.
And when you were waiting for the call, I know you had to do like auditions, you get called back, but did you accidentally tell a producer to, I'll say, F off down?
I thought it was a wind-up. I never thought in a million years they'd pick me. I thought, why would they pick me? I thought it was one of my mates having a giggle. So I've gone, shut up, boom, put the phone down. They rang us straight back. They said, no, really, you've actually made the show. I went, really?
Absolutely, that is something. Yeah, I would end up doing something like that. But did they hold it against you? I'm guessing you're not. I think it's probably part and parcel.
No, do you know what? I want to say one thing. Every single person who's involved in that show, whether like the runners, the producers, like everyone, start to finish, was so fantastic, and they made it such a brilliant experience for me. Honestly, it's one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and I loved it. I loved it to pieces, and it's like a memory that I'm going to take with me forever. It's a story up until. It's an unbelievable opportunity. It was different gravy, different class.
That's good. I mean, some people probably don't have as nice words to say coming off the back of it, but yeah.
Some people didn't enjoy it at all. But it is what it is. You got to take it for what it is, haven't you? I
think it probably helped because you had such a good fan base and come from it that you were just well loved, whereas other people probably didn't get as much praise. As you said, you've got onto MasterChef, 8 out of 10 cats. People like my brother was like, yeah, he's a legend. So you probably, I don't think you've had any loss from it really, have you? It's all been great, which is great to hear. Great to hear. And obviously, I know you said you had got a question from Sam. I'll wait to do this one first. Hey Thomas, everyone loves the MasterChef clip of you that's become a meme, the shaky one. What's it like seeing meme videos of you, and do your mates ever give you banter for it?
Don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get shaky. Do you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
I bet you get that everywhere.
I don't. Like every time, like we get down a warehouse, my big warehouse, double early. We load the vans up going over the country, and literally all the boys every morning. Like I'm like, right, I'll get the sheets, all the delivery sheets. I'm like, right, you got to go here, you got to go here. And I'm going, and I'm like stressing. I'm thinking, right, how are we going to get Scotland? Now we're going to get Manchester. And they're going, Tom, you getting nervous yet? And I'm going, shut up. Every day.
So that is still living with you then. That's brilliant. That's what my brother knew as well. He was like, and you seen the meme? I was like, no, they showed me yesterday. But obviously I saw that you had a post. Is it when you were expecting your baby that you had to sell your watch? Was it over lockdown to pay?
No. So that was after the, because obviously the Apprentice was finished in end of December 2019. Then started 2020 in March or April. We went into lockdown, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, I obviously my business was so small, and then I earned a lot. I earned a lot of money from December till March through the new business. But where I was a new business and I never had no investment, and never had no capital behind me, I grew so fast, so quickly that I bought things that I didn't really need. You know, I had a big sort of outlays and overheads, and when obviously lockdown and bang, I never put the foundations in place because it was such a short time to carry on for 6 months without no trade. So, but what I did do was like a donut, really. I bought myself a really fancy watch, and because I obviously had staff at this point, and I didn't want to lose my staff, so I sold the watch to pay everyone's wages to get us through the lockdown. And unfortunately, the actual pillow manufacturer that I was working with is no more. They'd never made it through, and obviously so it was a lot of business went under in them first few months, and it was really hard for me because I thought, everything I've worked and got is gone. Yeah. But diversified, I've started doing the mattresses, I've jumped in the van, me and my mate Big Lanks, we drove all over the country through the lockdown, and we made it work, and we've built it into a multi-million-pound business.
Whee!
I
think you're now going to do something to do with golf clubs, is it? Was I listening?
Yes, I bought up my own golf club, the Boss Driver. Another one of my mad moments. I went up because obviously a lot of business is done on the golf course nowadays, and I'm always getting invited to golf days. And I had a set of clubs my old granddad gave me, bless him, when he was alive, and they're ancient. They're very, very old set of clubs. And I go down these big golf days with all these flash people, and they'll put out these brand new state-of-the-art clubs, and they was like, Tom, you've got to get them clubs. They're about 40 years old, mate. So I went down to the golf shop. I went to go and buy a new set, and went to get a driver, and it was so hard, like such hard work to find a decent driver. I thought, you know what? I've done it with the pillows, I've done it with the beds, I've done it with the headboards, I've done it with the mattresses, I've made my own brand, and it's very successful. Why can't I do it with a golf club? So I did. I set out and made and manufactured my own brand of golf club, Bosch Golf.
Hey, another thing to add to the list. When's it going to stop? I feel like you're going to keep seeing them niche in the market, and you're just going to keep filling the gap.
Just keep going.
Love it, love it. Is there anything that you sort of do you have any like career regrets? Anything? So you seem to be learning and building.
Nah, look, like I have no regrets. Listen, it's been an absolute with business, an absolute learning curve every day. I'm like a sponge, Carly. I'm learning all the time, absorbing as much as I can. Look, I didn't know a lot of business, lot about business before we were in The Apprentice. I was I knew how to sell. I was good at selling. I was good at buying things cheap and selling them. That's what I was good at. But I never knew all the ins and outs of business. But I've had to think on my feet, and we like all I've learned. What I've learned is looking after customers. That's what we do massively now. You know, like we're so busy. We sell hundreds of beds and mattresses every single week, and my number one priority is make sure them customers are happy. Like look after them. It doesn't matter. If my drivers go around someone's house and they want their old bed taken away, let's do it. You know what I mean? I don't, because you go to these big bed shops, you go to like the likes of Dreams, Benson Beds, they absolutely charge you a fortune. They make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks for delivery, and they'll just dump it at your front door. I don't do that. It's all about looking after the customer.
It seems to be working. That people are returning, so that's where you're getting your success from. So congratulations. I did read that you made a mistake once. You'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong. And there was some stock that wasn't from where you thought it was. Can you tell us any about that? When you got a little bit in trouble, but that was all accidental.
When I got nicked when I was younger.
Yeah.
Listen, look, is what it is, isn't it? When I was a young market trader, I was a young kid. Bought a load of stock that should have been a lot of money. It wasn't. I was naive. I was a bit simple. Like. I bought a lot of stock, didn't realise, and then a couple of weeks later, turned out it was all stolen, and I got nicked for handling stolen goods. Is what it was. I held my hands up and never made the mistake again. But that's what happens. Learned.
Well, at least you did it when you were young. I've done a lot of mistakes when I was young.
Listen, look, you know what I mean. But I'm glad I did do it. I'm glad it did happen because it taught me to check where the stock comes from.
Yeah, exactly. Lesson learned. Is there anything? What do you sort of hope to like go into as like the next couple of years go on, or any more TV appearances you want to do?
Yeah, so we've got a few bits of TV lined up this year, which is exciting. Can't say what they are yet, obviously. I know as much as I want to. I want to keep. Obviously, look, I love. I'm a people person. I love talking. I love meeting people. So I love. Listen, I never would have thought 4 or 5 years ago. You'd have thought I'd be on telly. It's mad. I never would have thought it, but I am, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really grateful that what's happened in my life, and it's brilliant. And yeah, we're just going to carry on, concentrating as hard as we can on my family, looking after my family, building up what I got, and building up Bosch Beds.
Great. Well, hopefully, I hope to see you more on our screen soon, even though you can't tell us any more about it. Do you ever hear from any other contestants on the show? I know you do Lord Sugar, but is there anyone that you stay in touch with?
Yeah, I speak to all of them, really. You know, I speak to all of them. I speak to Karina, Pam, Lewis, the lot, that Scarlett. Like, we've all got a little WhatsApp group. We'll have a chat here and there. Right, little Ryan, Mark. You know what I mean? They're all right. Rion, they're all lovely people, and we have a chat. Well, it's not every day, but we talk every now and then, and we have a catch up every now and then as well.
What do you think the secret is to get that likability then? To then, obviously, you've now grown your business and become so successful. What do they need to do to sort of have the business knowledge, professionality, and the likability?
I think all we got to do is work hard, be honest, and just try your best, and that's all we can do.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Thomas. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you. Good luck with your business, and I'll keep an eye out for all your TV stuff coming up.
Thanks, darling. Have a good day, yeah?
You too. See you later. Bye.
See you later on.